Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Today's video is going to be a little of this and a little of that while I put some makeup on my face. I didn't want to make multiple videos with what I'm attempting to do an all-in-one. So, with that being said, I hope you will continue to watch. So, I wanted to talk a little bit and try some things, some bits and bobbles that I have picked up just here and there. And so I'm going to be using the Sigma and Shayla, I think it was Shayla's brush collab. And I got these, gosh, for a steal. And I was continuously getting emails and texts from Sigma about these and how they were on sale. Then they gave me an additional discount. So I got all of the brushes along with a very, very super nice brush bag. I mean, this feels like real leather. I don't know if it is. I don't really care one way or another. It is just very soft. I don't see anything on the inside that states what it is or isn't. But the brushes are beautiful. I mean, just look at the handles on those. It's just beautiful. So I wanted to give these a whirl. I'm going to spray them a little bit with some of the Cinema Secrets that I like. So I am going to talk a little bit about a particular brand. I've always said on my channel that I am not going to bash a brand regardless. And this isn't me bashing the brand per se. I don't want it to come off as I'm bashing anyone. However, I do not see myself purchasing from this brand directly ever again. And that is such a shame to me because I fell in love with this brand when I received some friend mail. And the brand is Juvia's Place. This palette in particular made me absolutely not only fall in love with green tones, but Juvia's Place. Their formulas, outstanding. Their prices, outstanding. Their customer service and their quality control leave a lot to be desired. A while back, Juvia's was having a massive, massive sale. I don't know if it was a one-day sale, if it was beginning of summer sale. I don't remember. I just know that I placed an order for, let's see, 5 or 6 palettes, 2 foundation sticks, a highlighter, and an eye primer. They came in 2 different shipments, 1 order, 2 shipments. I don't have a problem with that. The problem that I had was I purchased these palettes with the intention of putting them in a major giveaway. I wanted to do a really, really big giveaway at 500, and then an even bigger one when I get to 1,000. Now, I had no intention of opening the palettes and except to open them to make sure they weren't broken. That type of thing. They were going to be put up. So, the eye primer exploded in one of the boxes, and it got, and you'll see it when I open this so you can see, it got everywhere, all over the palettes, all over the box. This teeny tiny, well, it's not a teeny tiny tube, but this tube, when I saw the carnage, you would have thought it was this size or bigger. So that box was ruined, okay? Completely ruined. Then the next day, I said, well, let me see what this next box is looking like, because I knew it was coming, you know, in a day or so. Let me see what this box looks like. This box had the foundation sticks along with a few more palettes. The foundation sticks, not only had they melted inside of the tube, but the highlighter was busted, got all over everything. Those palettes were not fit to give away. I emailed Juvias. It was a very polite email. Hey, this is what happened. You know, this is what the intention for these palettes were. This is the damage. So forth and so on. No response. Oh, I got a response of your email has been seen. We will get back to you. Da 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 da. It was a bot response, for lack of a better word. So I waited and waited and waited and waited. Emailed again. Nothing. And in the automatic response, I got, should you have any more questions, respond to this email. So I did. And I was like, I hadn't heard from you. I didn't really expect to hear anything back that day, because time zones are tricky, and I try to remain cognizant of that. Unlike my daughter, who lives in California and who hasn't yet to realize it's not evening where she's at, but it's 1 o'clock where I'm at. Anyway, so I'm cognizant of the time. I DM'd them on Instagram and said, hey, this is, what's going on. I've sent, and I actually copied and pasted the email that I sent, along with order number, all of those things. Crickets. Nothing. Now, I really didn't expect to hear much from Instagram, because I'm sure that they are really busy with people sending DMs. I mean, I was very aware of that, but for my own peace of mind, I needed to do everything possible that I could to reach out to the company. I mean, literally everything that I purchased. And mind you, this was a sale of just a really good sale. Well, didn't hear anything from the DM. Waited a little bit longer. And at this point, I'm really pissed. So I sent another email to Juvias. And I said, you know, not really sure what's going on. I realize you guys are super busy. But this is a problem, you know. And then, you know, I kind of, these purchases were for a review on my YouTube giveaways. And I wasn't trying to come off as, if you don't do this, I'm going to leave a bad review. That was absolutely not my intention. My intention was to put the words YouTube, review, and video to hopefully have someone say, hey, those are some buzzwords. This isn't just a consumer. So I immediately received immediately that same day, I received a response from, I won't say names, but I received a response from their, I'm assuming, customer support. And it was very robotic. No apologies for the 2-3 week delay in getting back to me. And in that last email, I had said, I've emailed, I've DM'd, I'm getting nothing. I had a box of unusable products. Literally, unusable. I mean, it wasn't just the packaging of the boxes that got messed up. You know, that stuff seeped in. I mean, you take oil and it's going to go through paper. Okay? So, anyway, the response was, can you send a picture? I said, no, I can't. I don't have a picture, which in hindsight, I should have. However, it didn't change the outcome because after back and forth of, we can give you a store credit, refund your money. I mean, we can give you a store credit or resend you the items. We don't offer refunds. I said, you gotta be kidding me. So I said, is this because I don't have pictures? 3 or 4 days later, get a response. Hi, thank you for your response. That's our policy. Pictures or not, basically. I said, okay. So, they sent me a package. And in the package was the eye primer, the 2 foundation sticks, one of these palettes, and these 2 palettes. I was missing 4 palettes. The highlighter, I think, was in this box that I just got. And sent them another email. I said, and I updated in the title so it didn't just say RE:, every time you reply to an email, it adds another, part of the subject line. So I changed the subject line to unresolved. And I sent an email and I said, I'm missing this, and this palette. The packing slip does not state that they're on it. So is there another package? This woman responds to me and says, can you send a picture? Same standard email. I said, I sure can. So I sent a picture of what I received along with the packing slip with just those products in it, along with the actual box. Like, you have my order number. You have what you sent me. She responds a couple days later. We've received it and we're shipping out another, the remainder of your products. And I'm thinking to myself, at this point, I don't even want the stuff anymore. I'm that ticked off. I mean, the customer service was absolutely horrible. Hence, it's highly unlikely I will purchase from Juvia's Place directly again. Again, I love the few palettes that I've tried. I love their stuff. But that customer service, that ain't it, sis. But, so, these two palettes I'm going to play with today. This is what they look like. This is the Saharian by Juvias. And that's what the inside looks. There's a lot of these. And they're beautiful. Beautiful. And then this one, which is kind of what prompted me to wear something colorful, which is this one. So, I know this video is super long already, and I'm sorry about that, and this one I won't be using today. However, this one is put up for a giveaway because I just want somebody else to hopefully get as much enjoyment out of learning new techniques and learning about new brands. If you haven't tried Juvias, this just really changed the game for me. And it was gifted to me by Ash, and I want to do the same for someone else. So that's put up. But I did, I wanted to bring it out so you could see what it looked like if you hadn't already. So let's do this. The foundation sticks, I got two shades. One I wanted to use as a bronzer or a contour, and the other as a foundation, and it just didn't, the colors, this was no fault of theirs. The colors look like one of them is Barcelona and the other is Brasilia, and that's what they look like. These have not been touched or swatched, but I want to show you. I don't know if you can see, there is it's almost like a film on these. And if this is new, or if this is how other people's came, then I'll feel better about it. And these did not sit out in the sun at my house. I was here when the post came, so it hadn't sat out at all. But it's got a film on it. And again, these have not touched skin. I knew the colors wouldn't match, simply because seeing what I saw in the original shipment. They were melted, but you could still see the color on them. So I won't be using these. The eye primer, let me show you this. Let me see if you can hear it first. Maybe not. Maybe, whoops. Maybe I've already shook it up enough, but we're going to put it on my hand to see. Okay. All right. I'm not squeezing. I'm not touching. Now I'm going to squeeze. Okay. It's mixed in now. This was so oily. It was just a shock to me. A literal shock. And I'm not exaggerating at all. I was not expecting that. I will tell you that right now. But let's put a little bit of this on my eyes for primer. In terms of how far it goes, it reminds me of the Gerard Cosmetics Clean Canvas. It takes the same with the P. Louise base. Now the P. Louise base is very drying to me. It feels very dry. This is very liquidy, and I've used this, but when I first opened it, it was, you could hear it shaking. It sounded like water in here, and then when I squirted it out, it was like oil. It was, anyway. But it seems like it's all mixed in now, so that's all I'm going to say about it. I'm not going to bash the product because, it's obviously doing what it says it's going to do. But I am going to kind of take my foundation brush a little bit to tap that primer in a little bit. You guys saw how much I put on, and that's how much is left. Oh, little haul. That was the other things I wanted to do. So I went and got school clothes for my grandson yesterday, and so we were going to various places, and we have a store in our area. Used to be called Rugged Warehouse. It's what I always call it. I think it's called Gabe's now. But they had some school clothes, which, yay. But I got to looking around. I was like, well, I got him some stuff, got Abby some stuff. Let me walk around the store a little bit. I'm here. I only get out every now and again. So I decided to walk around. So I saw these. These are Almay makeup wiper, and I've used Almay before, and I didn't have any problems with it. So and these were only $2, so that's what they look like. I haven't used them yet, but so I got those, and then I got some dry shampoo. This is the Dove Care Between Washes Go Active dry shampoo. Dry conditioner. And this was $1.99 for this big Mama Jama. Let me see what it... Ooh, it smells very good. And then I got this. More so for Abby. But this is the Dove Amplified Textures Hydrating Cleanse Shampoo. It says for coils, curls, and waves. And it looks like that. It's got a pump on it. It is 11.5 ounces, and it was $3.99. So I picked that up. And Then we went to Target, and I finally bit the bullet, and I bought one of the e.l.f. The new glow ones, Halo Glow, and this is in the contour shade, which is going to look more like a bronzer, I believe, on me in the shade light medium. So, I did want to give this a whirl today. All right, let's give this a whirl. I think my dots are bigger on this side. And I'm going to use this brush. Okay. I am not at all mad. All right, I have hopefully got this good and blended. And now I'm going to go in with this Ofra cream blush. It's cream and lip in the shade Heart Eye. In the shade Heart Eyes. This I have been dying to try out. And look. So I am going to go in with the same brush that I used for the bronzer, and this, guys, takes a tap, just a very small tap, maybe another little tap. And let's try it without tapping off. It's very, very pigmented. But very pretty. Very, very, very pretty. Kind of starting at the back. I love this color. I've been really utilizing another color. It came in a three pack. I think it's called the Made with Love palette, I believe. Did I put? There's 3 shades. This is the 3rd shade, All Yours. And it's a little bit deeper, but beautiful. Okay. I will use the Juvias Place highlighter, which comes in a box like that. The Tribe highlighter, volume 3 by Juvias. I mean, it is a beautiful highlighter. And I really don't have a problem with their products. It's the customer service that I had the real issue with, you know. I think I'm going to use this palette since this video is already so long. And this is the Saharan by Juvias. And let me pat the primer down a little bit. And you know what? Let me go ahead and put some powder on my eyes too, just in case. Just going to go in with I have some Laura Mercier up here. And I found out what powder it was that was giving me such a flashback on when I was going to edit my videos. And I was shocked. A lot of times, I mean, as soon as I film, I don't upload. You know, I will do something else, film some more, upload them as I can type of thing. I hope this is even. And anyway, so a lot of times I'm like, what powder did I use? Especially if it's one that I'm not listing everything in, you know, or all the products, or if I can even remember. And it's the daggone One Size Beauty, that powder. Oh, so disappointing. All right, let's do the eyes. I don't have a light enough shade for me for the transition, so I am going to actually dip into the Nomad palette, and I'm going to pick up this color to lay down as a transition. All right, next I'm going to go in with I'm going to go in with this brush, and it says that it is a tapered blending and E45. So, a Shayla brush. And I'm going to pick up this shade right here. I'm not going to attempt these names because I just can't. I just can't pronounce some of them. Very sleek brush. Now I'm going to go into the Zulu palette, and I'm going to go a little bit deeper with that brown shade right there, that very large pan. That does not come off that dark on the eyes at all. And I'm going to take this brush, which is a E something another large shader, but I like the way that it's designed almost. I'm thinking I can diffuse that shade. Okay. Well, it's not as dark as I thought. I mean, it looks really dark in the pan. Let me swatch it. Really warm. But it doesn't look that deep on the eye. Well, let's see. Gosh, am I gonna have to dip into? I think I am. Do I want to dip? I wanted to use these two, but that's all right. I mean, I'm not doing a review. I will dip into this shade in the Nomad. Yeah, Nomad palette. And I'm just kind of going to just deepen it a little bit. All right, I'm going to catch up on this eye, and then we'll be back to do the shimmers. All right, wiped the powder away, got this eye caught up a little bit. So now, For the shimmer, I am going to stick to this palette, and I actually had wanted to go, I really wanted to use this shade, but I don't think it's going to look really good with all that brown. Well, you know what? Oh, no, I'm not. I always do that. Let's go in with this. Let's go in with this blue. Ooh. That is gorgeous. Gorgeous. Yeah. We're going in with that. Okay. And that is in the shade Kia. Can't pronounce that. I used to have a Kia once upon a time. Maybe I will go in with this pink a little bit. That pink. I know this video is already way freaking too long, and I'm sorry. But I really just, and I debated whether or not to share the Juvias story. But I just, you know, I wasn't as upset with the first, with the initial packaging issue, you know, or breakage or whatever. I was more upset at the lack of accountability that they took. You know, like, I understand shipping mishaps happen, but to just ignore it, which is what I felt, that's just another whole ball game, and it just didn't sit well with me at all. And maybe I'm overreacting, and you know, I say I'm not going to support the direct website, but you know, never say never. Let me just say that. Never say never. Just gonna go in a little bit more with that teal. Just kind of go back over this a little bit. And let's grab, I used the wrong brush. I didn't mean to use this brush. I meant to pick this one up. All right, let's see. Let me use this pencil brush. Is this an E25 or E30? This is an E30 pencil brush. And, what color should we do on the bottom? I might have to dip back in this one. You know what? I am actually going to go in with this green. Let's see how this looks. No doubt these shadows are pigmented. And I'm going very lightly because it's not the same color green. But I think it will do. Let me look up close. Yeah. Perfect. Physicians Formula, the Detention Mascara. This was from the Breakfast Club collab that they did earlier. Was it this year or was it last year? I don't know. They did a collab with the Breakfast Club that I was not impressed with. But this was the most impressive to me. To the point that I bought a backup of just this mascara. It was not Physicians Formula's best products. This is non-waterproof, but it's really good. And it does not flake on me. And it's easy to remove. In the Ofra Blushful palette. This was also a gift from Elnags. And I'm going to dip. This is the color that I used today. And it looks to be on par with this one. So I'm going to very, very lightly tap it. I have already sprayed my face, so this is just a little added. I need to dull that highlighter down a little bit because it is beaming. For that inner corner, I'm going to take that same pencil brush and I'm going to go in with this shade right here. It's what I'm going with. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, I'm very satisfied with this. For brows, I used my Woma by Sharon C. It's got a pencil on one end and a brow gel on the other. I absolutely really like this. Really, really, really. For lipstick, I am going to pop on the Lorac Aphrodite lipstick. Looks like this. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful berry tone. This reminds me a lot of my Scarlet Darling lipstick in the Bone Collector. It is. The Bone Collector is on top and the Lorac is on the bottom. And this is an indie brand. Fantastic. And this is a mainstream. We don't hear a lot about Lorac anymore, but I will tell you they do have some of my favorite colors. But you can get this one for cheaper. Alrighty, guys. Hey guys, editing Jennifer here. I finished the video without putting the lipstick on. So that's why the outro, I do not have lipstick on. Just wanted to clarify that a little bit. Okay, bye. And that completes this final look, this final long video of rants, raves, hauls, griping, grumbling, You name it. If you made it to the end, thank you so much. If you made it to the end, leave me a bright pink emoji. All right, guys. As always, be beautiful, be kind, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.